I agreed to date a millionaire in Dubai. Hello, I'm a 24-year-old female. Honestly, God and nature gave me a beauty and a dream body. I was once a maid of honor to a young dolphin that was being politically projected in my country, whose name I will not reveal. Otherwise, it will be recognized very quickly. Sensibly, 2 weeks ago, I went to Dubai for the first time with a friend. She told me there you could get golden balls, have a lot of money. She offered me the ticket and accommodation and said we are only going for 5 days to enjoy the charms of Dubai. Arriving at the site, I was completely in awe and fascinated with this country and this world. Everything shines and whispers pride. I told myself, oh really, I was born on the wrong side. Dubai made me dream. On the third day, I was approached by a strange man. A man, when you look at him, you know he's full of money. He told me he liked me and wanted to spend a night with me in a quiet place. He proceeded and told me in exchange for a day, shopping at the stores of my choice and a large amount of money donation, $50,000. I was left speechless at his proposal. I spoke to my friend and she tells me that here in Dubai it's like this. Is it? But there's nothing to fear, that I should think of all the bags. I bet, you know what? All the bags, branded accessories, etc. that I could have in one day, not counting the enormous amount of money I would have in exchange for just one night. I thought within myself, no one needs to know that I've traded my body for jewelry and clothes. We're far from home, and what happens in Dubai stays in Dubai. Then I made the mistake of accepting that exchange. Well, if you want to read the complete story, head on to this page. Sometime last year, one funny Nigerian guy went on this podcast and opened his big mouth and said, every girl, that's what his exact statement, every Nigerian girl in Dubai is doing ashe work. It so pained me because, yeah, I am literally doing a 12-hour shift and not getting paid for 3 months. And one bomber clerk comes online and say, every Nigerian girl in Dubai is doing, you know, I wanted to put my hand in his throat and just like we all know, prostitution is the oldest trade. It's always going to be there forever and ever and ever. Any society you go to, any country you go to, you don't find prostitutes, then my brother and sister, something ain't right. In some countries, they've tried to modernize it and make it a lot safer. In some countries, it still plays out the way it has always played out from the inception. That is another conversation for another day. And let me clarify one thing for everyone who's going to watch this video. I have lived in this country for more than 5 years, and I can tell you wholeheartedly that as a woman, okay, I don't care what happens tomorrow, but as we speak now, this is the safest place you will ever find yourself. There are bad people in every society. You're going to meet them. People who do not care for nothing. You're going to meet them anywhere you go to. They're also here in the UAE, for sure. But to say that you'll be walking on the streets of Dubai and then harm will hit you or something, somebody will try to kidnap you or something will happen to you. Well, I mean, I stand to be corrected. I don't think it's possible. And I've lived in the very uprising area and the not so uprising area in Dubai. So I can tell you for sure that Yawa day, but Yawa will go catch you. Now Yawa will you take your 2 hand, go find. Now let's go back to this girl. And this goes out to all girls, both young and old, that are not contented with life. I come online sometimes and I see how girls are just acting a fool because they want to wear Van Cleef, because they want to unbox a Gucci bag. And I just smile because there's a saying that says, who buy first, buy old model. If you had bought a 2002 Range Rover, in 2025, your car is considered as old model. So why are you in a hurry? You come to a place, your friend tells you you're going to go make money there. You didn't ask, how are you going to make the money? Because obviously, as much as Dubai is glittering, they don't have a tree that you can go and pluck money from. So it's either you're legitimately getting your money or you are not. Now, if you've decided to come in here and make money illegally, well, there are consequences to actions. And as sensitive as this conversation is, I think I need to talk about it. You come to Dubai, a strange man, I like how she emphasized the word strange man, approaches you and tells you he wants to have a quiet time with you for a night and is going to give you $50,000. Hey, Joya, you did not ask him what kind of quiet time. For a man to offer you $50K, I want to think that you should use your kafar. to know that 1 + 1 + 2 + 3 is not going to equal to nothing. Anyways, she takes this offer, proceeds to go on this date. She gets to the man's hotel at around 10 a.m. in the morning. The man gives his driver or his bodyguard money to take her shopping because that was the agreement. Shopping and then the doors. She goes for shopping, comes back. They drop her off at her hotel and come back to pick her up later on for the main event. Mind you, in between all of this, the man gives her a form to sign, an NDA. And she's signing this thing somewhere in her head. It did not click that, why am I having to sign for a quiet evening? She signs it. They pick her up at night. They take her to a yacht. When she gets there, she realizes that there were other men and she was the only girl. So now it clicks that, okay, she's going to have to service all 4 of them. She tells herself, oh, fine. But what she didn't understand was the capacity to which she was going to service them. According to what she wrote, she had to service all 4 of them with every opening there was in her body. I'll leave you to do the imagination. Go ahead. Okay, you're done. Now she's throwing up. She couldn't move. She couldn't walk. They toss her inside the water. And I don't know where exactly she went to. I don't want to sound I too know. But I know for a fact that you cannot throw something inside the water in Dubai. Again, I don't know where they took her to, so. There are authorities. Every now and then you see the police yacht moving around. Again, Ada Mama. They toss her in the water and they bring her out. And she was useless to the core. The day comes to an end, they take her home. Now she's writing that she has not been herself since then, obviously. And she can never forgive that friend. By the way, when she was in her own yacht, she saw that friend of hers also in another yacht. And she realized, okay, they were both going to do the same thing. I want to say something. If you move in life, I'm not talking about things that will happen to you that are beyond your control. I'm talking about the one that you will intentionally go to. If you move in this life as a young girl, if you don't pray for anything, pray for the spirit of contentment. Whoa. The ability to see people jaying and say, you know what? When the time is right, I will also jay. You see that ability, as insignificant, as small as it is a character trait and a gift and a spirit that if you possess it, Makachuku, Omere Mega, you will sail through life so gloriously that you understand that there is time for everyone. And there's one thing I've come to learn, even as I keep growing in life, is that once is your time. I miss you, Makachuku. There's nothing born of a man and of a woman that can stop you from shining. Once that season that is supposed to be yours comes, even you yourself, you cannot stop yourself from getting it. You will not get the full of it, the full potential of that season. But I promise you, you will experience it. Take it easy. $10,000 assets 6-7 years ago was money. Now, it's not. Same way, this $50,000 that has made this girl to go and do things that she will never be able to forgive herself in the next coming years. To feel like change. The designers, Kwano. Because if you're going to go and misbehave and do all of that, designers should not be your problem. Money, build house. I can give you ROI. Not designer back there, maybe rat, okay, got tired. She's gone with the wind. I am tired of coming online and seeing one young girl complain about being maltreated because of not being contented. Let me tell you guys, if you move mad, you will see madness. Again, it is God that protects. But there are some things you can actually prevent. You can look at it and say, I don't want it. As a girl who lives in Dubai, I have seen opportunities, I have seen things, I've seen events that I tell myself, you know what? You see this small 2,000 dirham they are paying me? Let them give it to me. At night, I'm gonna sleep with my eyes very wide closed and breeze entering every part of my body. And I'm not thinking about what happened, what did not happen, what disease I could have caught, what disease I couldn't have caught. Pray for the spirit of contentment. That's your own that God has given to you. Jaya, hold it. All you need is just to keep pushing in the work. A drop of water every day, gently. And one day, boom, you wake up. There's a whole bucket of water. To the girl who wrote the story, my prayer for you is that, yes, sister, you find it in your heart to forgive yourself. I don't know if you need to forgive that your friend, but I think you should, because at the end of the day, you know, be small picking. So anybody that is planning to come to UAE, come to Dubai, to come and do the same thing, please, oh, spare us. Spare us. Don't write for us. We don't want to read. All that glitters are good.